you, James.
What's up, Ian?
Show them your
What's your useless talent?
Yes, definitely. Did you see this?
No.
Okay, well, then you're going to be impressed.
Great. Studio City's Got Talent.
I can kick myself in the face. When I was in high school, saw some show on TV that like, don't try this at home, kids. I tried it at home, and sure enough, I could do it. I had a bad first few days here. I was really nervous. Anything that helps them see the fun side of me definitely helps me stay in this game longer.
That's my player. I went from 2 seasons in an alliance with Dr. Will, the greatest player in Big Brother history. Now I'm in an alliance with Ian, the young man who knows how to kick himself in the face. Hey, America, please kick me in the face.
Alright, that's enough of that.
Hey, everyone. It's time to pick players for the veto competition. Only 6 people will participate in the veto competition. The head of household, the 2 nominees, and the 3 people selected by random draw. Will the 2 nominees please join me up here?
Playing the veto competition is huge because if you win the power of veto, not only are you safe, you also have the ability to remove one of the nominees from the chopping block, which will force the HOH to name a replacement nominee. Or you can choose not to rock the boat and keep the nominations the same. The thing is, if you win the power of veto, you have a tremendous amount of power which allows you to make deals.
I, as the head of household, and the 2 nominees will each pull a chip out of the bag to determine the 3 other players competing in the veto competition.
There's 2 names I don't want pulled out of the bag today. One is Danielle, because she'll use it on Kara, and that puts me in a tough spot. And the other person's probably Shane, because I'd like an easy road to win this game, and Shane could make it a little difficult for me.
Danielle.
Danielle getting picked to play in the veto is great because if she can win and save me, then we are both safe. Shane.
Will. The veto draw was horrible. My beast, Frank, doesn't need to be competing against Shane the athlete in the veto competition. Nothing's going my way here.
As head of household, I also have to choose a host for the veto competition, and I choose JoJo. Big Brother will inform us when the competition will begin. Good luck. Are you going? Yeah, where do you want to go?
Oh, you really want to go in there? With Kara being so cute, you know, if she wants to come talk to me, absolutely. Especially if we're alone in the room, you never know what can happen.
Lovely.
I just wanted to talk to you real quick. I didn't know if it was an option, if you would ever use it on me or not. Going into the veto competition, I want to get people to play for me because I need all the help I can get.
Well, I know that I would much rather see you in the house than Frank.
Yeah.
If I win, I mean, there definitely is a chance that I would take you off the block. I mean, I like seeing you in the house. You know, I think we're establishing a pretty good friendship.
I do too.
And I don't think you and Danielle are a real threat.
Yeah.
I don't know what Willie thinks. I mean, the only thing I don't want to do is I don't want to step on Willie's toes.
Right. I understand.
Kara wants me to play in the veto competition for her, but I really don't know if I'm going to do that. But this makes me realize that I can go around and make deals with people.
If you help me, I will owe you.
Okay.
And I'll keep my word.
I'm all about my word.
Me too. That's all we have.
You know, you and I are obviously targets and the biggest, most physical threat. You're Jack, dude. The way we work out, it's
a little intimidating
a little
too,
bit.
yeah.
So, I mean, obviously it's me, you, Will, Kara, Danielle.
Obviously, if Karen wins, she's taking herself off.
Yeah.
Danielle, I'm not sure about. I mean, Willie, I mean, I'm sure he's going to keep the same. I don't want to piss Willie off if I win and take you off the block. But if it's going to benefit my gameplay, and, you know, you and I can maybe work something out.
Yeah, absolutely. If Shane's willing to work with me to help me win this power veto and pull me off the block, that's amazing. I need all the help that I can get this week to come off the block or at least stay safe.
If you do win, and it comes to that road where it's like, if you really do possibly want to use it, obviously, that's your action showing me that I can trust you 100%.
Exactly. And hopefully if you win next week, which is a huge possibility,
Yeah.
then I'm safe. And that's huge for me because I don't want you and I don't want Boogie coming after me.
Yeah.
You know, well, I know you're in a bad situation, you know, and, you know, you'd be great for my alliance or, you know, as what I can trust.
Absolutely.
Kara wants to work with me, and Frank wants to work with me, and this could really benefit my game.
We'll talk later.
Absolutely.
I gotta go talk to Brittany, because I'm not really sure what's going on. I'm pretty confident her and Janelle are working together in the Blonde Ambition Alliance, but I really want to go talk to her and take her temperature to see just how tight those two might really be.
So, getting down to business, Brittany.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you. So here we are.
Let's see what's cooking. Here we are, day 6, and Mike Boogie decides this is a good time to introduce himself to me. Wow, what a turn of events. Nice to meet you, Mike Boogie. Thank you for gracing me with your presence. So sweet.
In this game, you feel like it might be girls against boys. And, you know, what I'm up here for is to sort of see what Brittany's solo intentions are.
Oh my God.
I know that you have control of Willie. I think more so than you're putting out there. Fair enough statement.
I don't feel like I have control of anybody.
For whatever input you do have, maybe it's 5%, maybe it's 50%, whatever it is, I just wanted to know if you were amenable to maybe putting up Joe. I guess my question is, are Janelle's people off limits?
No, they're not off limits at all. I really do have to look out for myself.
Sure.
I have to keep Willie, Shane, and JoJo in this game as long as I can.
Of course. I'll put my foot forward. You know, if Frank can get off and Jen's the other nomination, then I know what game I'm playing. That will speak volumes. The idea is that
The replacement nomination you're saying is going to like draw a line in the sand.
Absolutely. And I'm not afraid to say that.
Boogie basically tries to intimidate me and tells me if one of Janelle's players is not nominated for eviction, and then it's going to be game on. His little tactics do not rattle me, do not faze me. I'm not an idiot. I thought Boogie was supposed to be good at this game. I mean, I feel like you're giving me an ultimatum.
No, I'm not.
And
No,
it's
no.
not my ultimatum to have.
I'm not at all, Brittany. I'm
The
not
fact of the matter is, if Willie thinks he can make a deal with Joe, I can't force the guy to put you on the block.
I know.
Whatever comes out of this veto, I mean, if you feel like it's going to be a line in the sand, then that's what it's going to be. And that's something that I have to think about.
I won't go any further. We'll see what happens with the veto.
My back is a bit up against the wall. My talk with Brittany didn't go so well. In the meantime, I can't lose my #1 pick, so I gotta start thinking of some alternate strategies here.
Boogie tried to threaten me.
He threatened you?
He basically said, if you don't put up Joe, the line is drawn. That's what he said.
Well, he's such a... I wasn't surprised at all when I found out that Boogie had went to Brittany and tried to intimidate her and bully her. Because that's how Boogie plays this game. He loves to intimidate women.
Because actions speak louder than words in this game. And if that veto gets used and Joe doesn't go out, he was like, that will speak volumes.
Okay. I hate it when he does try to intimidate people. He's a weasel. It's not going to work on us, though.
And I said, why do you think I get to choose the replacement nominee? He was like, I know you have control over Willie. He was totally just trying to, like, intimidate me.
He always does that.
Okay, I'm gonna get out of here before Boogie comes and finds you to talk. I'm working on a nice little smear campaign through this house with Boogie. Just trying to slander his name as much as possible. And every time that he does something shady or threatens me, I'm gonna be sharing it.
Run in the rain.
Is it raining?
That's what you just said. Hello.
That was a quick question. If things stayed the same, it would decimate Dan. All of a sudden, it's just me, you, and Billy with 3 players each. And we could just knock him out whenever.
Boogie's not loyal to anyone but himself in this game, and of course he came to me and he sold Dan out and threw him under the bus, which kind of made me sad because I feel bad for Dan.
The way I would look at it is Dan would only have 1 player left. And that person would have to go wire to wire and be done. And all of a sudden, our 25% chance at 100 turns into 33 1/3% chance at $100,000.
You have some really valid points.
Thank you.
I'm glad you talked to
I'm glad
me.
we had this talk, Janelle. So good to see you again. We haven't seen each other in a while.
I'm gonna think about that.
Noodle it. Marinate.
Okay, I will.
Talk to you later.
Bye. I hate Boogie so much. He's up to his old tricks. He hasn't changed a bit. What a jerk. What's that with you? It's like, you know that if you get Dan out of this game, you have a 33% chance of $100,000, right? And I'm like, yeah, I guess I never thought of that.
See, that's what I was freaking worried about.
Came in the bathroom and said it. Yeah.
Mike Boogie's not as smart as he thinks he is. To win this game, you gotta have someone working with you. And right now, he just turned his back on me. And one thing you need to learn, you never turn your back on a renegade, because you're gonna get stabbed, Mike.
He's like, that's when he came up with that 33% thing. You know, he's like, you got a 1 in 3 shot at that 100,000. That's a lot better than 1 in 4. Driving a wedge between Boogie and Dan is a great benefit to my game because if Dan thinks that Boogie will sell him out in week 1, Dan won't want to work with Boogie long term, which is great for me.